Okay, hello and welcome to Retro Bikes Dublin and another video. This is on a Royal Alloy GT50. So it's a very Vespa inspired little bike that you'll see here. It's pretty much brand new. It's 202 reg, so 2020 with the latter half of 2020, and it only has 1600 kilometers from new on it. It's got front and rear disc brakes. It's got nice rear rack storage. It has a single key with it. It's got storage here like the original Vespas did as well. You've got nice proper front shocks on it. Overall, it's a really nice bike, and the price we're looking for it, I don't think you can complain too much on it. It's got a top speed of about 50 kilometers an hour. It is AM license certified as well, so you can get this on your AM license, and some people can drive this on their driver's license as well. So that's the GT50 from Royal Alloy. Not too much to say. It's a 50cc little bike. We'll get on to a visual analysis, which we won't see much because it's pretty much brand new, and then we'll move on to the ride along. Okay, now we're on to the visual analysis of this Royal Alloy GT50. Front tyre is pretty much new as you would expect. There's the front shocks, front disc brake on the left hand side of the bike. You have a little bit of marking at the front here, but I think that could come off with a proper clean. At the front there, as I said, very much inspired by a Vespa. So if you like the look of a Vespa, you probably like this. It's got LEDs all around the indicators, front headlamp and rear. I'll show you under the seat here is just where your fuel goes. You've got a nice dual seat as well. You have a larger rear rack to put maybe a back box on or something of the likes. It's got a side stand and a main stand, which is handy if you're just popping into the shops. You have storage here as well, which is all worked from the same key, which is nice to see as well. So I'll show you the mileage on the bike. You have a kind of a digital dash up the front that has a fuel gauge on it and battery voltage. So 1635 kilometers only. Moving on to the rear then, again you see these LEDs at the back for the indicators. Rear tire is good, everything like that. 202, your rear exhaust and your heat shield on it here as well. A nice two-tone color, kind of classic coloring up over the top. Again, not much to show, it's pretty much brand new. So that's her. It's a little Royal Alloy GT50. Let's get on to the ride along. Okay, and now before we move on to this little beauty here in the background, the GT50 from Royal Alloy, let me tell you about our new sponsor, which is Retro Bikes Dublin, and our brand new website, which we have just newly developed, which has much better pictures, videos, everything like that on it, where you can get in much better detail than you can on the likes of the other sites, like our done deals and so on. You get more information like the price, everything like that on our website for each of the bikes that you're seeing here. We also have two new tabs on our website, which is the service tab and the trade-in center, where you can trade in your bike and get a valuation within 1 hour, as well as a service area where you can say whatever you want, full recommission of a bike, an oil service, whatever, and we'll get back to you with a quote as well. So that's it. Check out the new website. Okay, let's move on to the Royal Alloy GT50, and nice little standard 50cc bike that looks a bit nicer than a vast majority of these kind of Chinese made bikes. But let's get on, have a little ride. I presume it's ignition on, brake in, and off we go. And off we go. Mirrors actually look pretty nice. Now I have just come off a Yamaha MT-03, so this does seem quite mundane, but this is perfect. In and out of town, into college, into work, whatever you're doing. I mean, this is it. You know, you're really going to save a lot on your fuel, which is the fuel prices people are ranting and raving about at the minute. You know, you're gonna cut down on your emissions. People want that. You've tax at 49 euros a year. Your insurance would be even lower. You know, but really low insurance on this thing. Super cheap, and it's new, so you don't have much to do to it. It's been serviced, it has new tires,
you know, there really isn't much to do except get on the bike and, you know, press go, essentially. You've got nice LEDs as well, so like when you're, you know, compared to the older bikes that have kind of halogen front and rear headlamps, you are much easier to see. The indicators are well and much better, so if you're worried about traffic and stuff, you're much easier seen on this bike than you would be on a kind of an older bike. You know, there's a lot of things to like about it. We're doing 45 kilometers uphill, it'll do 55 downhill. You've got a digital dash. You also have a fuel gauge for people that are coming from you know, maybe never ridden a bike, or this is their first bike. You know, a lot of bikes in this 50cc capacity you know, area don't actually have fuel gauges. You know, if you're looking back into the older ones, you know, you actually just have a on, off and reserve. So we're doing 57, 58, 61 kilometers downhill here. That's kind of maximum velocity for this bike, I would say. Another thing I'll mention is the mirrors are actually really nice. Not much shaking in them for a 50cc bike. They're nice and clear. Super easy to ride. Everything's easy and intuitive to find regarding the indicators. Starter button, you have hazard lights, you have a passing light for your front headlight and everything. So everything's there. You also have an engine warning light, so if anything's kind of going wrong, maybe you're running low on oil or something, it'll warn you, which is nice to have for people who are just getting into motorcycles. But everything is checking out on this thing. It's going, starting, stopping really nicely. And we'll turn into the left now and we'll go through the electrics on the bike. I'll go and do the horn. Yep, all working nicely. We'll pull into the left here and we will get a little picture of her, as well as going over all of the electrics. Right, let's put her in and let's put the hazard lights on, and you'll see the LEDs. So you see that front LED is nice, the two on the side from the indicators, as you can see as well. If your rear brake light was actually really nice and very bright, actually, you can see that there working nicely. You'll have low beam and high beam, so you have all your lights working, everything like that, and it's a really nice little bike. It looks particularly good actually with the nice front headlamp. I would say in dusk or in dawn this would really pop. But that's her, a Royal Alloy GT50. That's kind of been it. But if you have enjoyed the video, please do leave a like, comment on what you think of this bike, and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you do want to reach out to us on our socials, they are at Retro Bikes Dublin for Facebook and Instagram, and our official website is www.retrobikesdublin.com, where we have a brand new website that you should check out. Link in the description below. Thanks for watching.